Bethany and Buddy and Troy and them started talking about doing this. It's 3 years ago, our very first RTE was this homecoming, September 2010. And Greg and Keith and I sat way back in the back, and I was in the middle of those two, and they were playing Words with Friends. And I'm like, would y'all please listen? And y'all heard that famous statement that Keith Vaughn says, there was Gomer, Gomer, and Donald Trump in the room, and he thought, I might need to pay attention. But I want to tell you about, y'all want to know what it takes to be a marketing director, don't you? That's right. Well, I'm going to tell it in a real quick minute. You got to get through the first 6 months.
That's right.
And then if that first 6 months don't get you started, you got to get through the next 6 months. Because I'm going to tell you, we have 4 children ages 19 to 9. Then they were 17 to 7. You know, but I'm going to tell you, in those first 6 months, my mom spent 150 days in a nursing home or a hospital. My family has been through 5 surgeries with my mom. My dad just had a stroke. But on a lighter note, we've had 2 state championships. It was training, y'all. We're easy. My first Super Saturday was a chapel. And he said, I drove 3 hours, night after night after night. And I thought, Ray Barber and I can do that. And then I heard Freedom from Jeff Ross. And I heard someone say, just be here a year from now. And me and Keith and Greg, we all stood. And we're still here 3 years later. And it takes persistence and consistency. And then January 28th, 2011, Troy Brown, I rode with Buddy and Debbie. I want to tell you something. If your spouse isn't here, you go home and you pray with them. Say, you may not be all in on this, but we're going to do this together. And whether they can come every time you can, it don't matter. You keep the fire. You switch up. Greg Barber couldn't come every time because he was in 19 nursing homes. 3 weeks out of every month, this man was gone. I was a single parent with 4 children. But I knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, we had mastered one major Satan attack on our family when we were married 22 years. And I'm like, God, you survived us from that. And I'm holding you that there are abundant